Today we shall begin to look at problems and issues in education. From the very start, let us be clear. These problems and issues are not unique to education in Pakistan only. They exist even in the real world. People may claim that everybody has equal opportunities, but that is not true. The difference, however, is on the impact this makes to the country you belong to. So we will look at these problems and issues from a Pakistani perspective, understanding that they exist all around the world. The first such issue that we are going to deal with is education for all. What does that mean? That simply means equality in who receives education. Education cannot be given to people based on language abilities, socioeconomic standards, sex, religion, following of particular political opinions, and so on and so forth. Education should be the same, given to all school-going age children on an equal basis. Certainly, when we look at it, a major disparity that we see is between the education that children receive in public or government schools versus that they receive in private schools. Obviously, there is a stark difference and a disparity does exist. How are we going to bridge that disparity? How are we going to make sure that all children, regardless of whether they go to government schools or private schools, receive the same quality education? In other words, do they have equal rights in their struggle to achieve an education? This leads to progress and development. The quality of education you receive will determine how you develop and how you progress later in life. This development and progress of each individual is critical to the success of a nation and where the nation stands in the world community of nations. So, for Pakistan, this is a challenge. How do we bring about similar quality education in all our schools across the country, regardless of whether they belong to the private sector or the government sector? Education sector's greatest openness is also to boys or girls or both. No matter who goes to school, whether it's private or public, one needs to get similar education, and therefore that is true for boys and girls. Girls also need to get quality education. As somebody said, if you educate the boys, you're educating one individual at a time. But if you educate girls, you're educating a complete generation, because it is the girls who, as future mothers, will be the first schools for young children. They learn from the lap of the mother. And if that is to be good, that quality of education that young children receive from the mother needs to be educated, needs to get quality education, and therefore both sexes, boys and girls, need to be exposed to quality education, irrespective of the kind of school they go to, the kind of family they come from, the kind of socioeconomic strata they belong to. It needs to be the same for all students, boys and girls alike. Only then will social justice remain, and if social justice prevails, then all else will settle in. It is important to give quality education to boys and girls. Now, education is not limited to just basic primary education. Even professional education opportunities should be open to girls and boys. Where does this begin, and who starts this process? That is what we will look at very soon.